Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's session of Mind the Moment. This is brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. My name is Christine O'Shaughnessy, and I'm happy to be here. I've been teaching this week, covering for everyone. I'm covering for Tara today. And as usual, we're going to start with a question, then I'll lead a 12-minute guided practice. And following the practice, we'll have time for some questions, resources, shared experiences. Please make sure that you open the chat box and select everyone from the drop-down menu so that you're able to communicate with everyone here today. Okay, so I've been teaching a theme this week for those of you that have been on, and it's a loving kindness theme. And I'm going to continue with that, but I have a different question for today. So the question for today is, what do you really want? So it's a very big, broad question. But when we think in terms of our why, right? Why are we here? Why are we engaging in these practices, right? What do we really want in life, or what matters most to us? Might be another way to rephrase the question. So I'll answer. So for me, what I really want, what matters most to me is health, healthy body, healthy mind. This place, always being in this place of equanimity in terms of an inner stillness, a resiliency to be with whatever's happening at any moment in my life, but to come from a place of health, of vitality, of energy, warmth, right? That's what matters to me, because if I don't have that, I'm not engaged in anything else in life. And it's from that that I create strong connections and bonds, and I'm there for my family, and I enjoy life. So I hope that helps a little bit. Inner peace. Thank you, Anne. So again, really broad question. What do you want? What really matters to you? There's this great video on YouTube, and I forget who does it, but it's called Your Why. Finding your why, right? Why do you do what you do? Right? Why did you choose the profession you're in? What's your why? And you go through these 7 steps of why. And you're answering from your cognitive mind for step 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the 5th time, you're answering from your heart. And by the 7th why, you have your truth. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Like, what matters most to you? Thanks, Susan. Fulfilling my potential in all ways. Yeah. I was coaching 2 individuals in a corporation on Monday, and there was being fulfilled by the work that they do. To work for something that's very meaningful for them. So I hope this is inspiring some thinking, right? Not just mental activity, the mind's going all over with different things, but really thinking. So that's one of the things I'd like to cultivate. Julia, it's a big question. Yeah, no one answer, but worth more thought. Yes. So I'm hoping this is something maybe you'll write down on a Post-it note and reflect on it all day. Put it on your computer, right? We go through the momentum of life in this automatic mode. And we want to really be working towards what we want, right? What's our goal? What makes us feel good? So what happens in life, we get used to our habits, and our habits create a certain behavior, and that behavior creates our results. And sometimes the results we're getting we don't want, but we can't figure out how to change the behavior because we're not going back to the habit. So when we're looking at what do I really want, what matters most to me, to achieve that, sometimes we have to look at some of the things that we have in place in our life that need to shift and change. As our thinking changes, our results change. So meditation's about changing our thinking, noticing the thought, becoming aware of it, and changing it in that we're choosing to move to something more wholesome, beneficial. And this is what metta loving kindness practice is about. We're choosing to say, I'm not going to let my mind get caught in my to-do list for today, the meeting I have coming up, all the things that I'm behind on. I'm going to choose to focus my attention into my heart, into myself, nourishing myself. May I be well and happy. So, oh, these are wonderful comments. I'm just going to look in the chat box here. I thought of our mindfulness practice. Life is a garden, not a road. We enter and exit through the same gate. Wandering where we go matters less than what we notice. Ah, I like that. That is wonderful. Great, great quote. Thank you, Loretta. Health, so I'm seeing some more in here. Health and mindful acceptance. Yeah. I have many feelings and thoughts, but can't put it into clear words yet this morning. This is great, actually, Janice. So if you can't put it into clear thought, that's actually a good thing. I've got you thinking, right? That the mind's like, ooh. So I want you to have this question in your frame of reference as we practice today. Christine, I'm trying to foster meaningful connections with the people I interact with in all areas of my life. Yes, that's great, right? This is what do we want? It's our intention. Again, it's to wake up and not just be caught in the automatic doing of our life. So remember, mental activity is not thinking, it's just spinning. We're cultivating the mental faculties of our mind. When we meditate, we're cultivating wisdom. We're engaging so we can think, what do we want to create? What do we really want to do? So we're going to use the loving kindness phrases we've been using, but first I'm going to start with a practice of wholesome and unwholesome. So we're going to get centered and we're going to look at just how our mind is today and notice the thoughts, that activity. And when something comes into your mind, you're going to note wholesome or unwholesome. A wholesome thought is something that is beneficial for you. It's meaningful. It may be about gratitude, love, care, understanding, patience, serenity, peacefulness, kindness, positivity. And then unwholesome are worry, fear, emotions that might be getting in our way of taking action, resentment, guilt, blame, being triggered, annoyed, right? Repetitive thoughts that we have in our head. Any questions on that? Okay, and so as we go through that, wholesome and unwholesome, right? These are qualities of mind we want to cultivate. And we want our day to be going more towards wholesome. Then we'll transition into sending loving kindness to ourselves. And then sending it out to everyone, everywhere. And that's going to be our practice for today. All right. And then I'm going to come back to that question at the end and just see if anyone's had like a opening and awareness. Okay, so let's begin. Getting comfortable in your seat, or you are welcome to stand, right? Meditation can be done in any posture, standing, sitting, lying down. I invite you to sit away from the back of your chair if you would like, just to bring in an active posture of involvement. And as you breathe in, just feeling the body lift upright, feeling the arms and shoulders be at ease, feeling your feet connecting to the floor. Taking another deep breath in. And as you exhale, begin to invite the jaw to relax. Feeling all the muscles of your face begin to soften. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, begin to arrive. Feeling sensations in the body, Notice where your body is connecting to a surface. And begin to release all the activities of your morning and what it took to arrive here. And releasing anticipation of what's to come in this practice and in your day ahead. Arriving fully in this moment on this breath. And beginning to just make a soft mental note of noticing the beginning of your in-breath and honoring the ending of the out-breath. Feeling the beginning of the in-breath and the ending of the out-breath. Allowing the ending to represent a letting go of whatever you're holding on to. This beginning and ending represents our life. Everything has a beginning and an ending. Our thoughts, emotions, experiences in life. Beginning and ending. You can continue to use those words as mental notes, as something to come back to when the mind wanders. Or you can use the note of wholesome or unwholesome. Notice when the mind wanders. Notice that quality of thought. Is it wholesome? Silently saying wholesome to yourself, back to the breath, the body, or whatever the anchor is for you. If the mind goes into unwholesome thoughts, thoughts that cause contraction in the body, gripping, unwholesome, back to the breath. Without judging, simply being aware. Wholesome and unwholesome. Begin again. And then beginning to rest in this quality of heart and offering yourself these words of kindness, cultivating this wholesome quality of mind. May I be well and happy, truly happy. May I be peaceful and at ease in my mind and in my heart. May I know my own goodness, my inherent goodness. May I live with an open heart. Imagine each phrase is going through every cell, atom, bone, muscle, joint, tissue of the body, like a soothing balm. May I be well and happy. It's a wish for yourself. May I be peaceful and at ease in this moment and each and every moment, regardless of circumstances or conditions. May I know my own goodness. May I live with an open heart. You can rest a hand on your heart. May I be well and happy. May I be peaceful and at ease in my mind and in my heart. May I know my own goodness. May I live with an open heart. Silently repeating the phrases to yourself. Noticing somatic responses within you. And then beginning to gently offer these phrases of care out to everyone, everywhere. Just as we wish this for ourselves, may we wish this for all human beings everywhere. Those seen and not seen, known and not known, those near and far away. Radiating it out far and wide. You can imagine a picture of a globe if you'd like. May all beings everywhere be well and happy. May all beings everywhere be peaceful and at ease. May all beings everywhere know their own goodness. May all beings everywhere live with an open heart. May all beings be well and happy, peaceful and at ease. May they know their own goodness and live with an open heart. Wishing this for all. And then beginning to gently come back to feeling your feet connecting to the floor, feeling your whole body sitting here, and gently returning to sound, tracking the sound of the bells all the way to the end. Then taking a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, inviting your eyes to open if they were closed, letting light in. Moving in any way that feels supportive, maybe a gentle twist in your chair, bringing your arms up overhead. So it's a wonderful practice to bring with you today. If one of those phrases resonated with you, write it down, repeat it throughout the day. And I'm curious, if you reflect inward now, is there a little more clarity? What matters most to me? Right? What do I really want? Answering from the heart, not your mind. And as you're reflecting on that, I just want to share one announcement so that I don't forget. We're offering a free virtual workshop series by Cal, one of our instructors, and it's going to be April 3rd to the 24th, 6:30 to 7:15. And this breaks down Judd Brewer's workshops that he offered previously. I'm going to go to that slide for a second, which was March 5th and March 19th, 2 days ago, around his book, The Hunger Habit. And so Cal is going to break that down into manageable techniques that people can integrate into their life. No prereqs, anybody can join. Everyone's encouraged to attend all 4 sessions, but if you can't, hop on to what you can. So I wanted to make sure I shared that. And then any comments, reflections on the practice? Any takeaways? How do you feel? So hopefully we've inspired that truly thinking mind, that intellectual mind, not mental activity, but real mental thought coming from your heart. And the morning is a powerful day to practice getting really calm and asking these questions. What matters most to me? What do I really want? And can we come from that place of goodness that we all have? Oh, and Tammy, thank you. All the instructions, all the sessions are recorded as well. Thank you for the reminder, Tammy. And Loretta, thank you. I like how we've been focusing on how good we are. Yeah, it's really important. So that's been our theme for the week. And I hope you all have that written down on a post-it somewhere. I know my own goodness. And then when you're engaging with people too, right? Can you see the goodness in them? Even if they're having a day where they might not be skillful, they might not be kind in their choice of words. I love the imagery that Oren so far offers is imagine them as a child, right? That goodness that's within. Circumstances in life brings us sideways sometimes. So we always want to come back to this inherent goodness and connect with that. Really important. All right. So I hope that was helpful and beneficial, wholesome, all good stuff. All right. You're welcome. Thank you, everyone, for just participating in the chat too. I really appreciate that. All right. So lots of loving kindness to all of you, bringing that with you into your day ahead. Even while you drive, send it out. May you know your own goodness. May you be well and happy. May you live with an open heart as you're stuck in traffic. Radiating that out to everybody really changes your perspective. You're not frustrated. You're not in that mental activity of unwholesomeness. You're coming back to wholesomeness. It's actually a really fun exercise. I do it all the time. I do it with my kids in the car. Someone cuts me off. I'm like, may you be safe, may you be well. And now they're used to it. They do it too, right? It's just the way we program our mind. We have a choice. Do we want to be stuck in old habits that create certain behaviors and certain results, right? Or do we want to change those habits, create a different behavior, and have a different result? And this is all in line with the offering, with Judd's book, right? So, all right, I'm going to leave with all that. Yes, be the change. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.